My video for September 21st, 2019 is video number 3214. Who created evil and let it dominate the world? One of the many Bible passages I memorized a long time ago was this one in the King James Version. Quote, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. End quote. If that is really God, how can anyone in their right mind think such a God is love? Obviously, evil had been allowed. I should say has been allowed. But why? Why are so many human values distorted? I'm going to fix that word there. Why do the most evil people rise to positions of authority? Is there really a devil? As I've said many times, devil is lived backwards. And there certainly seems to be a lot of inversion on this planet where honesty is punished rather, and the wicked prosper. Of course, politics is part of that, but so is religion. Many of our leaders seem to be pedophiles, abusing even the most innocent while they are young and impressionable. Not only does God seem to allow and admit it, no corrective action is taken. It continues unabated since antiquity. As I've asked many times, where's the love? Is God insane? While I hate even thinking that, it appears to have some validity. Certainly the world is insane. We do seem to be living on a prison planet in an insane asylum. Yeah, I shake my head because I wish I could resolve some of these questions that I have that just are totally perplexing to me. It's not just paradoxical, it's contradictory. And I've made, shall I say, I've made excuses for apparent paradoxes and the apparent contradictions. And I've tried to rationalize and justify it. But when it comes right down to it, at least in this moment, I can't see any rationalization that's true or justification that makes sense. The world, as I said, seems to be inverted where all of our values, the values of family, the values of loving one another, the values of telling the truth, the values of having a level of integrity, none of that seems to exist at some of the highest levels of human culture. It's, I said politics and religion, but it's business. And of course, it's banking. And banking is perhaps the most insane of all because they have gotten to the point where they don't even bother backing things with value, with commodities that have an actual intrinsic value. But then again, what is intrinsic value? Is gold valuable? Is silver valuable? Are diamonds valuable? Are any other precious metals or precious stones actually valuable? Or are they valuable only because we have placed a value upon them? When I say we, obviously people in the human culture have placed a value on them, but somehow even the things, the commodities that were of value were just eliminated and everything became a paper society where money was backed by absolutely nothing. And it's a trick. It's a deception. And it does not benefit humanity. In fact, it enslaves all of us. We don't know who we are. And even someone like me who has wrestled all my life trying to do the right thing, and at times admitting things that were not in my advantage to admit. It would have been easier to deny, but I didn't deny. I put my head on a chopping block, as it were, and allowed myself to be abused because I tried to tell the truth, because truth is a value to me, but it's not a value to a lot of people. And the higher up the ladder you go, the less valuable it seems to be. Now, are people entrapped by their inadvertent, what word can I use, where they are taking advantage or put in situations where they can take advantage of children? You know, everything. Look at the pedophilia is rampant at the highest echelons, but it exists in the lower echelons too. I've talked about that in other videos. I'm not going to rehash it here. But everything, all human values seem distorted. People do not even begin to comprehend what truth is. I mean, I get people calling me dipshit and other names because I try to uphold something that to them contradicts the system. But the system is corrupted. When are we going to admit and see that? And then I get things sent to me like everything is okay, like God is in charge and God creates, as I said, good and evil. Well, how could a loving God create evil? They say because God was curious and just started to see what the potentials and possibilities were. Well, if that was the plan, why has it taken thousands and thousands and thousands of years, tens of thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands of years? Why have civilizations come and gone? Atlantis and Lemuria here on Earth, but who knows how many others in the humongous galaxies. That's plural, not just the Milky Way, but galaxies beyond this realm that we are present in. There's so many questions, so many concerns. Yes, it's good to be able to see what happens when we do things wrong. When I watch certain programs now on television, I see people being caught sometimes a decade or two after they committed the crime because of DNA testing and stuff like that. That can be a good thing because people should not be able to just brush everything under the rug as if it doesn't matter. There has to be justice based on truth. And love, to me, that's what love is. It's based on truth, telling the truth, living the truth. But that's not how a lot of people live. And it's certainly not profitable or beneficial to a lot of people because those that don't tell the truth have risen to positions of power in the church, in our countries, in our states, in all of our human institutions. Everywhere you look, there is corruption. Why do some people not see that? And why do some people say, what you focus on expands? That's bullshit. That is bullshit. What you ignore expands. Anyway, folks, I'm feeling a bit frustrated, as I think you could tell, but I do appreciate that you've taken time to listen. Namaste.